Hey, what's going on, everybody? Real quick, just want to go over the Ultraview UV slider, the Mathews edition, right out the rip. Everybody knows $6.99 price not out the door because you got taxes. So it's going to be over $700 if you want to buy it, especially if you're going to order it. You got shipping and all that crap unless you get free shipping from somewhere. So the price is terrible. All the prices of all the sites are just going up and up and up. So if you have the money to blow on a nice site, this is a good site for the most part. I don't think it's personally worth it, but it is a nice site. I mean, the ergonomics are top notch. This site has the best ergonomics out of any site out there. I guarantee it. You put your hands on one of these and everything just flows. It feels good. It's smooth. It's solid. Everything just makes sense. You got the big, huge elevation wheel on the side. It's comfortable. It really is comfortable. It's big. It's thick. That rubber grip on it. It's just nice, dude. It's so smooth. Then you got here. You have your got your brake. Flip that up. You make your adjustment. Lock her back down, and you can override that. Some sites they just lock down. This you can literally override it if it's locked down. What you can play with that if you wanted to lock down. There's a set screw on top. You loosen that set screw, and here on the side there's an adjustment screw, and on the bottom on the side there's an adjustment screw. You work those in or out together. You can get it tight enough to where it locks down completely or it doesn't move. I use horizontal pins, so I prefer it not to move. But even when you do tighten it, it's going to be a little harder to adjust your elevation, but it will lock down. You know, it's set. You don't have to worry about it moving. Like when you're on like a 3 or 5 pin horizontal, that's the last thing you're thinking of. You know, you're not going to make that elevation adjustment. Especially if it's 20, 30, 40, 50 yards, you can always pin gap, which I personally do. So it's the last thing on my mind. I see a deer walk out, that's the last thing I think of. Like, oh, I better check my sight tape to make sure it's good. No, that's why I run horizontal multi-pins. I can leave it set and then I can just pin gap. I've never had it. I did have it happen one time, but I didn't actually shoot at a deer. But I did notice my sight had moved. It wasn't this sight. It was actually a spot hog Fast Eddie. But I probably won't even mess with it. Honestly, it is tight enough to where if you bump it hard enough, it will move because I can push it while it's locked. I mean, I can tighten it up a little bit. Inside that wheel is your windage dial. It's just this little knob. Pull out. Right is right. It moves your scope right. You go counterclockwise to the left. It'll move your scope left. So that's nice. It's always nice to have right is right, left is left. That is one thing. I don't remember what sites are out there that are opposite, but it's a pain in the butt if you got it. It's just something that I never remember. So this is easy. Right is right, left is left. You pull your knob out, make your windage adjustment, push it back in, and it locks down. I don't like the fact that it doesn't have a macro adjustment, like the old scope and barrel. I like that. I like to have that because this is just micro adjust, in my opinion, is something you can fine tune with, not make your macro adjustments. But that is that. Again, ergonomics are awesome. Probably the best ergonomics out there for a site. Price sucks. And we'll go ahead and jump into the scope itself. The scope has a light on it. It's got a few settings on it. I want to say like 4 brightness settings, which I need. I'll go into that in a second. It's literally a friction fit. You can pop this off and it comes with a USB-C. You can charge it. I charged my first slider one time and it lasted me for months, literally months, all throughout hunting season. And I shoot every day. I get reps in to make sure nothing is bumped, nothing is moved. After I come back from a hunt, I will shoot here. But it never died on me. I never charged again. It left on my V3X when I got rid of it. But I do need the light because the cartridge will jump into the cartridges now. The cartridges come in a 3-pin, 5-pin, both of those are horizontal. We got a single pin vertical, and we got a 3-pin vertical. I have the 3-pin horizontal, and I have a green pin, not green, red, green. Don't ask me how I got that. I can't see the red with my eyes. I don't know what it is, but I literally can't see the red fiber. But the fibers in this, they claim they're better. A lot of people claim they're better. I don't know if I got like a faulty one, but my top pin, my 20, one of the adjustable pins, it's so dim. And then you go to the fixed pin, my 30-yard pin, and it is crazy bright. And then you jump down to my 40-yard pin, which is another adjustable pin, and it's real dim. I don't know why. Even those two outer pins, they look smaller than my center pin. It's real weird. But I have to use the light or the pin fibers suck. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. You suck. Alright, from there, it's real easy. There's just one little set screw over here. You back that screw out, you pop your cartridge out, your fiber cartridge out, and you pop in whichever one you want. Again, those are 150 bucks a piece, which is absolutely absurd for all that plastic and gigantic thick pins. And then on the back side, you have your high vis ring. I want to say this is what they call it, your high vis ring, and it does come with another vis ring. They're both white, but you can pop that light off and pop that other vis ring in, so it's a full white circle for those states that you cannot use electronics on your site. Alright, now we will jump into the rail itself. The rail has a dual sight tape setup. You got a sight tape on the inside, and then you have a sight tape on the outside. You can use your outside tape for a vertical pin. You can use your inside tape for a horizontal pin if you want. It doesn't matter how you use it. I use mine with my horizontal pin yardages on the inside, and I leave my setup tape on the outside. It's always there. Alright, now we will jump into the axis adjustments. It's got first and second, which is combined, and then you have your third. The axis adjustments are sloppy and terrible. Probably one of the worst ones out there. They claim for it to be a micro adjust, but you break this one, you break this bolt here loose, and then your driver screw is on the side where you drive it in or out. You can drive the screw in and it'll move it, but if you drive it out, you have to physically move the whole head and rail by hand over. It's not like a true micro adjust. I don't like that. The third axis is the same way. You can drive your rail over, but to drive it back the other way, you gotta back that screw out and then manually push that rail over. That's another con. I don't like that at all. It's like the sloppiest crap I've ever seen. The machining on the site is fantastic. I don't know who machines their stuff. I heard it's overseas in China, but even if it was machined overseas in China, they did a really good job. I know they get their material from China. I don't know if they have it machined overseas. I want to say they do, because they don't have the capabilities or the machinery to actually machine the stuff themselves. I know now they do. They're still working on that, but the machining looks really good. The dovetail itself, it's machined like your bridge lock. It looks really nice, looks really clean with the Mathews. And then, like I said, the machining is nice. It's all aluminum. Half the rail is aluminum, and then the actual teeth for this whole block on the front for your gear and your teeth, it's all polymer. And then the gear on the inside is polymer too. It's real smooth. It's real. I want to say that the gears on the inside are polymer. They might be aluminum. I'm not sure, but like I said, that's polymer, and it's really smooth. It is absolutely smooth. It's probably the smoothest rail system out, next to I'll say HHA. HHA is really clean with that brass. I don't know what it is, but that thing is smooth. And for the gears, it is an open gear system. So after like 2 or 3 hunts, I gotta pull this whole assembly off, and I gotta blow out the gearing in there, or it gets real gritty because all that stuff from like the tree bark and trees and just dirt and a bunch of crap gets in there, and it does start to get gritty. I want to say if you don't clean that out, it will start chipping away at this polymer. I mean, it's not a big deal. I pulled that head off when I, throw it in the truck or whatever, and I head out to the field. I always take it off anyway, so when I get home it's already off. I just blow the gears out so it doesn't get all caked with crap. And another good thing about their machining and their ingenuity is the fact that they do have a home stop. You just, you set that home stop to wherever your 20 or whatever your top pin is, slide her home, and she's there. I don't know what they were thinking with their 1.0 UV sliders without that rail stop or dead stop or home stop, whatever you want to call it. That is probably the dumbest thing you can ever do, is not have that. So many people complained about it that when they came out the 2.0, they had to put it on there. The machining on their yardage pins, also fantastic, super sharp. I mean, they are sharp. If you don't be careful taking that foam off when you take it out of the box, you will slice your fingers. Like, they are that sharp, which is good. They're sharp. They're real close to the sight tape itself, so if you're looking at the sight tape at a different angle at your pin, you don't get like the spot hogs. They're notorious for that, their pins being real far off. Like, you can get like half, almost a full yard difference depending on which way you look at it. They're real close, they're real sharp, they're real pointy, they're green. I mean, my eyes pick up green real good, so I don't have an issue with that. All three, I have one pin for each one of my pin, or yardage indicator for each one of my pins. They're green, green, green. I know the stock ones, they're green, red, green. They always collaborate with the color of your actual pins, which is cool. But like, mine are all green, so all my yardage indicators are green. I want to say if you get the 5 pin, it only comes with 1 yardage indicator. No, I know for a fact it does, because I had the 5 pin on my V3X, and it only came with 1 yardage indicator. The 3 pins come with 3, and then your 3 pin vertical comes with 3. Your single pin obviously comes with 1, and then your 3 pin comes with 3, which is cool. Because even sometimes I'm really unsure of myself. Like, this boat, not because it's crazy fast and the pins are so tight together that the pin gap is really easy, but that V3X was a lot slower, so the pins were real far apart. So it was nice to have it would be nice to have a yardage indicator for each one of your pins. So if that deer's at 23, 24, you can always bump it down. But that's pretty much it, man. It's a good sight. Like I said, the ergonomics are fantastic. The machining is really nice. It's smooth. So far, I've never had any real issues with it, other than getting debris in that gear and just being a little rough. No, I've never had any issues. I've never had my axes move. I've never had anything fall off. I've never had my light die. I've never had anything shift or move. It is quality. I will give them that. This is probably one of the best things that Ultraview makes, next to the actual UV button, which is my favorite release. That thing, speaking of ergonomics, that is fantastic. I do have a video over the Ultraview button, I do believe. But that's pretty much it, man. If you want a good quality sight and you literally have the money to just throw away at a sight, this is one I would definitely consider. I know there's plenty of other ones. All the HHAs are awesome. I love the HHAs. I do like the dials, the Arxos, the Proof. Both of those, the new Spot Hog is awesome. Those are all not lower tier, but lower price point, but yet high quality sights. Like, this is mid-tier for the price. Like, honestly, this should be priced down there with those other sights, like in the $400 to $500 range. $700 is nuts. But that's pretty much it. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. I will be doing a video over this here Mathews arc. I already have the video filmed. I just got to edit it, and I got a few more things to film, and I will be putting that out here within the next week for sure. I need to get, not time, but I need weather to cooperate. I live in Northwest Indiana, and our weather right now is terrible. It's freezing cold. We got all kinds of snow on the ground, and I work outside in the steel mills, man. And when I get home, even on the weekends, I don't feel like I don't want to be in the cold. I like to be inside where it's warm. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hit that like and subscribe. I will be, with my schedule now, I will be putting out more videos especially once the weather starts breaking a little bit, once it starts getting a little bit warmer. So I got a whole new target bow. I got all kinds of stuff that I'm gonna do videos over. So again, thank you guys, and I will see you guys next time.